Good morning. Day 70 on the trail. Started raining about 5. At the moment it's holding off. Today's goal is 12 miles. Not the first shelter, but the second shelter. But rain will determine the final destination. Supposed to have several days of rain. Anyway, it's about 8 o'clock. Ready to head out. And quite a bit of climbing today, up and downs. So how much filming I do will depend on how much rain there is. So, that being said, I'm ready to head out. All right. And down from the shelter, nice little hike. Lots of club mosses. Nice trail. So, been doing okay time-wise. Crowded shelter last night. We were snuggled up. So, probably be another crowded shelter tonight. Most everyone seems to be going to the same shelter for tonight. So, hopefully I won't be the last one there, because we had one person tenting, which is, slippery. Oh. But we'll see. Depends on the rain. Next shelter's about 5 miles, 5.5 miles. So if it starts pouring, it's gonna be a short day. All right. Moving on. I'll see you up the trail. All right, we got a bunch of white pines here. For those of you who weren't following me early on, if you look at pines, the needles come out in bundles. A bundle is called a fascicle. But in white pines, each fascicle has 5 needles. Sorry, trying to separate them for you. The needles will be from 3 to 6 inches long. White pine is a huge tree. It's the largest tree in the Northeast forest. It grows to like 140 feet. Easy way to ID them is one by the 5 needles. It's the only 5 needle pine we have in the area. The other thing is the branches. When you look at the tree from the distance, the ends of the branches sweep upwards as they reach for the sun. So, white pine is used for a lot of boards, moldings. It's a soft wood, and white pine facts. It's got, the cones are 5 or 6 inches long. Usually you find them open on the ground. Fun fact, back in colonial days, the king tried to prohibit the colonists from harvesting white pine because they wanted them for the masts of the ships that they were building. I guess it has just the right flexibility and strength that they need. But I don't think the colonists paid much attention to them because it's such a nice tree to work with, wood-wise. Trying to think what else. Oh, also, if you're driving down the road and you're looking at a ridge, and there's all the hardwoods up, and then there's a evergreen sticking out way higher with upturned branches, that's white pine. So you can identify it from a distance quite easily if it's big enough. All right, let me get back to hiking. This is a perfect example of how some natural phenomenon can restart succession. Evidently there was a windstorm or a microburst here. Knocked over a good number of trees. Okay. And now you've got grasses coming in as pioneer species. All right, there's a dogwood, sun-loving tree. All right. So this is early stage succession. All right. In the short run, you'll have grasses and shrubs, probably pricker bushes or briars and stuff. And then eventually you'll have other trees seeding in. Probably all these taller trees will act as seed trees for this area. There's a couple oaks, maples. So you can see some green here. It's either rhodos or laurels, but eventually trees will outgrow them. And since the laurels can grow in the shade, they'll last for a long time, but other grasses and stuff will die out over time. All right. That's how it goes. Every once in a while, some sort of reset occurs. And it starts all over again. I'm still on the climb up. It's a heck of a climb. I haven't gotten to the ridge yet. You got to go over something called Kelly's Knob. I think the ATC or whoever named things save that name for the harder climbs, because the one down in Georgia or North Carolina was tough. It was called Kelly's Knob, and then this one's tough. So anyway, rain's picking up. I'm gonna put the phone away in a waterproof sack till I get to the shelter in another mile or two. So we'll catch you there. Okay, everybody. I took a quick early lunch break at Laurel Creek. Got another 6.6 miles to go to get to the next shelter. So not too bad. There is a big climb. And for the moment, it's not raining, but it's going to start up shortly, according to the weather. And so I'm preparing for it. I'll have to get some water about a quarter mile north. So we'll bring you back for anything really good, but looks like it's going to be a short video day. Just came out of the woods to this field walk. And a beautiful view. Well, whoever owns this property owns one hell of a nice, beautiful piece. Wow. All right, let me get going. I'll bring in a different view at the other side. Okay, there's the other side of that field. Beautiful piece of property, that's for sure. You're fine. Just came across a lot of fields. My guess is our destination is up on that ridge. Don't know exactly where we go, but excuse me. It's 1:15. I got about 2.5, 3 miles to go. So I'm gonna get on it. Rain has held off this afternoon. That's good. We'll have to see what it says for tomorrow. And then we'll go decide how we're going to move on. Well, you can hear the rain hitting my umbrella. I figure I might as well use it. I've been carrying it. And then as soon as I got it hooked up, of course, it started raining harder. So we'll see what we can do. I don't have any pants on. Well, I have my shorts, but no rain pants on. Got my rain jacket on. And we're going to see how it works out. Okay, everyone. That big tree right there is the Keffer Oak. The biggest tree in the southern portion of the AT. I would suspect it's taller than the Dover Oak because the Dover Oak is pretty wide. But Dover Oak definitely has a bigger tree trunk. Ugh. I was just seeing the diameter. Uh-oh, lost a branch. That one's down. It is a big tree, that's for sure. White oak. That's an antique, that's for sure. All right, let me go. It looks like the trail's gonna be a little sloppy, so I'm gonna use my poles and I'll get back to you. Finally hit the ridge. Whew, heading to Sarver Hollow Shelter. Man, that was a climb. Didn't help that the trail was all muddy and slippery. As you can see, down there, and down there, we're definitely on the ridge. It's probably about 20 yards wide, 30 yards wide. I got about 1.5 miles to go to get to the shelter. Open this room. Wind has picked up. I think we're going to get kind of a blow tonight, so I definitely want a shelter. Oh. We'll bring you all the good stuff. Okay, everyone, I'm at Sarver Hollow Shelter. Real nice shelter, big, totally covered picnic table. How are you? And the only thing not nice about this shelter is the 0.4 miles you have to walk down a steep hill to get to, which means I gotta walk 0.4 up a steep hill. It's gonna be a climb. Anyway, that's gonna be it for tonight. I'm hoping the rain blows over tonight. It looked like it was gonna, sun popped out this evening, then it's clouded up again. So tomorrow will be an interesting day. We'll see you tomorrow.